Hi, I'm Sam,
Hi, I'm Emily.
and today we're reviewing Wake Up Dead Man.
So, Wake Up Dead Man is the third movie in the Knives Out trilogy from Rian Johnson, and it tells the story of Judd Duplancy, who is a former boxer turned priest, who is kind of like put on like exile after punching a fellow priest in the face. He is kind of exiled to this small town in upstate New York, where he is going to kind of be assisting Monsignor Wicks, who runs his church, runs his parish with a very iron grip, you could say. And one day during the service, Monsignor Wicks is found dead in like a closet right off of the chapel, and the mystery kicks off from there. So, what do you think about this?
I really liked it. I saw this one before I saw the first two, so I went into it pretty blind, like not knowing anything about it. But after watching the other two, I liked how it took its time to set up the characters before Benoit Blanc came in, because obviously Daniel Craig playing Benoit Blanc is like the highlights of
Yeah,
all
he's the
these
main draw,
movies.
I'd say.
But giving like 45, 50 minutes to get Father Judd and so you like him, so that way it kind of puts him off the murder mystery. I think that was a really good idea, and it made me really connect with him.
Yeah, yeah. I think that, I mean, I hesitate to call this the best of the three, because Knives Out is still such a perfect movie in my opinion. But I would not look at you sideways if you told me that Josh O'Connor's performance in this, that it was the strongest of the main series. I think he is incredible in this. I love you, Ana de Armas, but he's just very good. And I think his character has such a like a fresh take on religion, and I was watching this, I'm like, this is like such good propaganda for the Catholic Church and like religion in general, because he just has such a real perspective on it, and it's like one of the first times where I've ever been watching somebody talk about why they have faith, and like it made sense to me. So I really loved him in this. I will say I'm not as like, I don't love the ensemble as much.
I thought the ensemble was, I thought it was good. I thought it had some standout performances. Josh Brolin as Monsignor
Yes,
Wick
yeah,
was
he
an
was very good.
outstanding performance, but then some of the other characters, like the writer, he was all right. Like he was just kind of annoying, and then the son, who ends up
Yeah.
being the son, I thought he was really annoying. I didn't like his character all that much.
Yeah, I would say it's overall the weakest and least memorable ensemble, but not like the most annoying like Glass
Yeah,
Onion is.
Glass Onion
And to be
was,
fair, that's exactly what they were going for in Glass Onion. But I think that this movie relies so heavily on Judd and Benoit Blanc, and that's what makes it great. But I think the ensemble, traditional ensemble, Knives Out, kind of like, everybody could be a suspect. Like, I didn't know any of these people. I'm like, why would they don't have like a reason? I'm like, I don't
yeah,
care if
because
it's any of them.
again,
Like,
going back to like the time starting up, it's trying to show the different motives that maybe they would have, but then the one scene where Father Judd like points them all out happens after the murder, and at that point you kind of have your ideas, and it's kind of a way to like throw you off the trail. But I do want to get into the actual murder mystery of
yeah,
it, because it's pretty fun. I feel like this is one of the more fun, like creative ones.
yeah.
So, I mean, spoilers, I'm sure you
Spoiler that the
understand that if you
mystery.
haven't gone into it. So, it ends up being Martha, the doctor, and Samson in a whole
Yes.
plot to kill him, with like a lot of convoluted steps, from drugging Monsignor Wick to knock him out
To like
to
faking his death, to
faking with
then
the
having him
sewn
rise
on.
again, and
Yeah.
like putting Samson in his place, and like I really like this one. It was really fun to watch it like unfold, and especially to watch it through like Father Judd's eyes a little bit, because I will be so honest with you, I had to start and stop this a bunch of times the first time I watched it, but I thought it was Father Judd for like a long while, until and I was about to like stand up and be like, "Yo, we're wrong," when Benoit Blanc was like,
Yeah.
"Why'd you do it?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, I took the flask," and I was like, "No, I thought you killed him. I was gonna
Yeah.
be right."
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was the doctor from pretty early on, because when he falls and Father Judd's like checking him, like, what's wrong, and the doctor goes, "Oh, don't touch him." He walks over, immediately pulls the like thing out after the distraction. Which me and my mom watching it, we were both like, "Why would the doctor pull the knife out of the body? Wouldn't that
Yeah.
like be so much worse?" So we were both kind of onto him. I didn't see the whole plot unveiling, though. Like, I didn't see that coming until Benoit Blanc revealed it. Or, I mean, technically, Martha revealed it, right?
Yeah, she does her whole
Because
kind of
Benoit
monologue
Blanc,
at the
he
end.
noticed
Yes.
she had taken the poison, and
Yeah.
he was like, oh, let me, like, let her reveal it. To
I
have
really
her
liked
rip
this
it out.
one. It kind of felt a lot like very classic, because I
Yeah.
think a lot of the criticism of Glass Onion was like, it's kind of too out there. It's a little too zany. It's like, why are we in Greece now? And the
Yeah.
first one was so like rooted and or grounded, I should say. But I liked this one. It kind of felt like it was harkening back to like classic Agatha Christie, like Nancy Drew type aesthetics. And like when they're referencing the locked door mystery, like I really appreciated them like giving their flowers to like mystery novels. I thought that was really that was really cool. And like I like that Benoit Blanc likes mystery novels, and he's just like, oh my god, that's like
Yeah,
fake.
And Benoit Blanc, obviously, a standout performance. I love his view on religion too, because the whole movie is very religious, with it being in the church, and then Father Judd's view on it. And I love that Benoit like starts to question it a little bit. He doesn't end up changing by the end of
Yeah.
the movie. Of course, he goes off on his own because that's just kind of how he does it. But I love that he was even inspired by Father Judd, which helped build Father Judd's character.
Yeah.
I also like how the murder mystery went back to like the original, whereas more of like a convoluted type thing. Because in Glass Onion, it was just like he went and poisoned her, and it was like, oh, who did it? And it kind of unveils like pretty easily towards the end. But the first one, you're spending the whole movie like, oh, what happened, until they reveal it. So
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it, and then just Benoit Blanc doing his detective thing the whole time, slowly figuring it out.
Yeah.
These movies are great on a rewatch too.
Yeah, I've rewatched all of them before watching this one just to catch myself up because I love Knives Out. They're all just so fun on the rewatch. But can we like talk about how gorgeous this movie is?
Yes.
Like, I already talked about how I love the aesthetic, but like the lighting and some of the like imagery in this, and I think it's kind of some of the most creative we've gotten out of the Knives Out series so far. Like right when Father Judd gets like punched in the face and he's down in like the like mud, don't we
Yeah.
like see like through his eyes and it like keeps going black, and
Yeah,
I thought that was a really cool effect.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then the church was beautiful.
The shifting
the
sun
whole,
like in the church.
The whole shifting sun, and then I'm pretty sure the inside was a complete set that they had built.
That was a set, yeah.
Which is really cool because it harkened back to the house from the original. I mean, the Glass Onion was cool, but it was just kind of this
Yeah, it was
giant
just like a
glass
house.
dome. Like it wasn't that cool, but the church was beautiful. And then the gem in the Jesus statue at the end,
Yeah.
that was a really fun twist at the end that he kept it and that's where it was.
Yeah.
But what would you give this movie?
I'm going to give this movie a very, very strong 9 out of 10. It's in my top 5 of 2025. So what would you give this movie?
I'm going to agree. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was definitely in my top 10 movies of the year, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But that's all the time we have for you today. Thanks for watching.
Great job, guys.
Yay!